Hey, I'm Trick Deming from Things Get Tricky, and you wouldn't pirate a board game, would you?
Hey, Trick, this is Taking here. I think you're thinking of the wrong type of pirate.
Oh, what do you mean?
Yeah, this game's about, like, our pirates.
Oh, like rated R, like movie pirates. Okay, got it.
No, not like movie pirates, more like booty.
Oh. Oh, so like rated X. Okay, those type of pirates. Okay.
Nope, not that. No, like, swashbuckling swords, island ship type pirates.
Oh, I get it, like a pirate's life for me.
Exactly. Well, more specifically, ghost pirates?
Ghost pirates? Are we covering Smash Up or something?
No, it's Hameln Cave. You know what, let's just let Table do his thing. Hi, welcome to Watch It Splayed. My name is Table Smith, and today we'll be covering the 2-2 player game, Hameln Cave, designed by Utrio, who have no clue this video is being made. You know, being a pirate isn't all what it's cracked up to be. Some people just assume the false advertising where it's digging for buried treasure or drinking rum all day, but as the truest of truest pirates know, sometimes you have to break the captain's curse. That's what you and another player will be doing today. You'll be trying to escape the Crumbling Hameln Cave. Because as you know, to break the captain's curse, you have to blow the devil's flute, which is in the depths of Hameln Cave. And blowing the devil's flute has started to make the cave collapse. And even worse, it started to make ghost pirates board your ship. So why don't we go to the table and I'll show you how to play. To set up, have players sit across from each other and set the board in the center of the table. As you can see, up in the corner here of each board, there indicates a 1, 2, 3, or 4. This is the difficulty level for the game. So make sure on your first play, set it to 1. For further difficulty, you could possibly flip the board over and see different difficulties on the other side. Next, place the ship marker on the ship start space, and then one of these blue cubes onto the first round spot. What these denote is it keeps track of the number of rounds in the game, but also who will be the lead to the first trick in the round. So in the first round, if the blue square is on your side, it means you're leading, so it'll be the player sitting this side. And on the second round, when this moves to here, the first lead will go to the player sitting on that side of the table. Next, you're going to take the 1s and 2s out of all the suits in the deck, shuffle them and lay them out here, and put this ghost call card right to the side of them. And then down here, you're going to place this tracker, which will also have the other blue cube at the start. Next, players will pick a player that will give them a special ability that they can do during the game. For your first game, it's suggested you pick these 2 characters. You can assign them randomly to each player, and then you can flip over, and as you can see, they have the deck makeup on the backs of these, so each player can take one of the unused cards and flip it to help them know which symbols are on which numbers in the game. Next, each player is dealt 9 cards each, and any left over are put into a surplus area to the side. And that's the setup. In Hameln Cave, players play as pirates trying to navigate their ship out of the collapsing cave. The players win if they get their ship to the cave entrance and escape before they either lose early or the 5 rounds are up in the game. It's a cooperative trick-taking game, and players will be playing tricks to help move their ship and navigate obstacles in the game. The game, again, is played over rounds, which are broken down into phases. The first phase is the hand exchange phase, which we'll look at now. In this hand exchange phase, usually players will pick a card and pass it to their partner face down, and then once they've both passed, they'll pick up the card into their hand. But what's special about this character right here is they get to look at the card that was passed to them first, and then they get to pass a card to the other player. After the hand exchange phase is the actions phase. This is the main phase of the game. This is where all the trick-taking will happen. And this phase ends when either of the players wins 4 tricks. So it could last 4 tricks or up to 7 tricks. And it starts with the lead player leading to the trick. Since the blue square for this round is on this side, this player's side of the board, they'll lead to the first trick. So maybe they play over into this play area, this red sword. Hameln Cave is a must-follow game, so this player would have to play one of the reds in their hand, so maybe the 6 or the 3. They decide to play the 3. So since there's no trump in this game, the winner of the trick is whoever plays the highest in the lead suit, so it would be this player here. After the winner of the trick is determined, various effects can happen depending on the symbols or which cards were played. Let's look at those now. The game comes with a player aid that shows what symbols trigger effects. As you can see here, the pirate and the saber were played. That is one of the effects. So when this happens, the pirate gets defeated by the saber and it goes over into the ghost area. Let's say in this next trick, maybe a wheel and a saber was played, but nothing happens because, as you can see, a wheel and a saber are not one of the combos on the cards. Let's say this person leads blue and the other player is out of blue. They can play whatever they want. Maybe they played this card here. If 2 sabers are played, this is actually one of the legal combinations. And what you do for this is you just flip over one of the cards that was set aside after the deal. So in the first deal, there's 3 cards set aside. You can choose whichever one you want, and you would just flip one of those over, and whatever symbol is revealed, you do something. But we'll explain what you would do when a symbol is flipped in a little bit. The rest of these combinations here have to do with moving the ship. So let's say this player led the 7 and the other player followed suit with the 6. The winner, after they're determined to be this person, will move the ship 1 space closer to their side. If the trick resolved in this situation, they wouldn't move the ship because the ship is being blocked by the wall here. Same as if it was up here, it would also be blocked by the reef. If, however, the winner of the trick was the other person, this ship could still move because nothing is blocking it. If it was like this, again, the wall would be blocking the ship. If the trick had a wheel and a pirate, you would still act as if the wheel and the wheel was played, where the winner would move the ship 1 spot closer to where they were at. Except after you did so, you would move a ghost into the surplus area, which we'll show now. To move a ghost from the ghost area to the surplus area, you would just take the leftmost ghost and put it down into this area. Now these cards in here will be included with any other cards left over in the hand to be dealt out for the next round. You might be in a situation later on in the game where the ghost call card is at the leftmost spot of the ghost area and you want to pull a ghost down into the surplus area. When you do that, you would just move this blue cube along the track and then return the ghost call card to the rightmost spot on the ghost area. If players ever move into a space with one of these symbols of the ghost, they would also bring a card from the ghost area into the surplus area. If the trick had 2 ghosts, like in this situation, you would just move the ship once as normal, except you would move 2 ghosts into the surplus area. Finally, if you pull off the tricky mermaid trick, where you need someone to be off suit because there's only 1 mermaid in each of the suits, so 3 total in the game, this is a special movement where you get to move the ship 1 space forward. Again, if the movement was blocked, like in this case, boop boop, you wouldn't move the ship at all. For the saber, you flip over any of the face down cards from the surplus area, so maybe they flip over this one. If you flip over a saber, you just flip over any of the other ones that you want. If it was this symbol, it goes toward the direction of the winner. Let's say it was lead, this 4 green, so that means this 5 is offsuit, and so you'd move it 1 space that way. Let's look at the other symbols though. So if it was this one, you would just vanquish this pirate right away. They would go into the ghost area, over to the side. And finally, the mermaid here, you would just move 1 space forward as if 2 mermaids were played. Again, the action phase ends once either player wins 4 tricks. After that, players move to the ghost phase for the round. This is where players add more ghost cards to the deck. In the ghost phase, you look at the blue cube and you find its current number. In this case, it's 3, and you move that many ghosts into the surplus area to be shuffled into the deck for next round. If this was the case, you would move 4 cards down into the ghost surplus area. Again, if you ever move the call card down, you would move up the track and slide this to the right. A thing to note is just because the call card came down and increased the number, it doesn't mean you need to take down another card. You would only ever take down the current number you took down, then you would resolve the call card and you'd be done with the ghost phase. After the ghost phase is the final phase where you just prepare for the next round. At the end of this, you'll also check if the game has ended in one of the many conditions, which we'll go over now. To set up for the next round, players would collect any cards in the surplus area, so that's left aside from the deal, or any ghosts that just came down into it, and all the cards in the player's hand. Then you would shuffle, deal 9 again, Also, this is a good time to check for endgame conditions. One of the endgame conditions is if this blue cube ever slides into the dead section. Another one is if there's ever no ghosts in the ghost area. There always at least has to be one. The ghost can be even a front or behind of the call card. There just has to be at least one ghost card. If it's just the call card, that counts as game over and the player's losing. You would also move the round marker to the other side of the board for the next round. When players move on to the next round, if the round they're moving to ever has one of these crumbling cave symbols, they need to check if they're past this purple line. In this scenario here, the players would actually lose because they were behind and got crumbled by the cave. If they're past that purple line, when it goes to this third stage, or if when it checks for the fifth, they're past this second purple line, then they still are alive. The players win immediately when the ship gets to any of these three final spaces during any type of movement. The final thing to explain is all the different character powers. So let's go to the table and I'll show you all of them now. If you're this character and you win a trick with Saber, you actually get to flip 2 cards and choose one of the benefits. This character, if you win and it's pirate, you move forward like a mermaid instead of 1 space closer to you. This player, if they win with one of these red wheel, they get to choose whether they move the ship toward them or toward the other player. With this player, they can win 5 tricks instead of 4 before it ends. For this character, if you ever play the same number, so this would have to be offsuit, but if you ever play the same number, you can treat it like a mermaid movement as opposed to 2 rudder movements. Final caveats here. If a pirate and pirate or rudder and pirate are played and the ship doesn't move at all, you still need to add a ghost to the surplus area. Also, offsuit symbols still count. It doesn't matter if they're on the same suit or not. There's also other resources like this Japanese rulebook or this journal that's also in Japanese, but I'll leave you to discover that on your own. Otherwise, that's everything you need to know to play Hameln Cave. If you had any questions about anything you saw here, please leave a comment down below and I'll answer it as soon as I can. You'll find pictures, forums for discussion, and probably just this video over on the BoardGameGeek page, which I'll link in the description below. And if you found this video helpful, nice, cool. But until next time, thanks for watching. Awesome, thanks table. Let's go to Taylor now and see what he thinks about the game. Hameln Cave. Probably not the most welcoming of locations. There's a lot of skulls in that area. And unless you're in Portland, I'm sure baby showers in Portland have skulls. It's a little bit of an intimidating place. And before we finish this review, I might return these glasses, because spoiler alert, I don't wear glasses, these are my friends. Might go put in some context that make my accent dip into Australian. We'll see. Alright, be right back. Alright, that should be better. If I dip into Australian a bit, just I've been hanging out with some Australian friends lately, so you might hear it bounce around, but apologies in advance. But yeah, Hameln Cave, or Hameln Cave, I kind of say both, really. I don't really know how to pronounce it. And since it's a Japanese game, I guess we all don't. It could be wildly off for all I know. But the production is so interesting. The game actually, it smells like vanilla. I bought 2 copies and they both have this weird kind of vanilla extract smell to it, but it's nice, it's lovely. And the production though, just the boards and the cards, they all are super clever. The fact that you can flip the board to be any difficulty you want from 1 to 4 has been great. And the level, whew, I can barely be level 1, but I've only been level 2 once. And I can't imagine level 3 and 4, they seem very, very hard. And the cards and the art, just absolutely fantastic. I don't know how colorblind friendly it is because there's no suits, because the symbols on the underneath the rank have to be for the actions. So I don't know if the blue, green, and kind of pinkish are tough to decipher. That'd be maybe the only hard part in the game. But the roles are fun, they're unique. I don't quite know if the roles are balanced much. They recommend 2 starter roles and they're okay. I just feel like some of the roles, like the ones that let you take 5 tricks instead of 4, are just much more powerful. The one where if you get 2 pirates in a trick, it behaves like the Mermaid is a really nice push your luck as you still a little Australian there. As you go to get more pirates in the deck, it's a little scarier, right? Because you might lose, but with that character, it's nice to have them because you can move like a mermaid and get out of the cave quicker. I think it's probably almost one of the ones you would need at the higher levels, at 3 and 4. But the whole production, just to sum it up, is absolutely amazing. And the fact also that the rolls that you don't use just have the deck makeup on the back, just very thoughtful throughout. And on to the gameplay, I would say it's interesting. I'm not the biggest fan of cooperative games in the past. I know the crew has pulled me around, and there are some cooperative games that I absolutely love. I would say though that this does it super well. A cooperative game that is just 2 players is fun. You bounce back and forth, and it feels like Fox and the Forest Duet, which is a cooperative 2-player trick taker, but almost the next iteration of it, the next kind of improvement on that system. Both these games have kind of balancing of hands where you don't want to win too much. The partner that you're playing with doesn't want to win too much. You want to have that perfect balance. In here with the 4 tricks, if any player wins 4 tricks and the round ends, it's really tight. If you win 3 right away, there's a really interesting kind of slough that you have to start doing. And it gets back to the hand exchange phase where you have to plan that. If you have a pretty high hand, you have to pass over to your partner one of your high cards. You have to perceive what they might have in their hand and try to play off that. Because it always feels so bad when you take only 5 tricks or 6 tricks or something when you could have taken 7, right? The ghost system is really clever. I think I forgot how important it was to kill ghosts as you play. You're just adding them into your deck until around the 2nd or 3rd hand when you realize it's actually a huge problem. And then once you kind of course correct and start killing more ghosts, you realize, oh, you've fallen back on the cave crumbling. So the game has these nice kind of pressure points throughout. The passing itself is interesting. I've only seen maybe 3 or 4 different things you can convey with a pass. Either you're short shooting yourself, or you send over someone a pirate or a saber that you have the equivalent of, so you can kill a pirate right away. The communication that you can get across is interesting. I think the passing's really helpful, especially just 1 card to balance out those hands. And I would say that the gameplay, because it is so tough, has a bit of the replayability built into the game. Either games need replayability when they're co-op from setup, like variable setup, or maybe what hands are dealt, kind of this one. But getting back to Fox of the Forest, when I played it, I felt that it kind of got a little samey, especially when compared to the crew, where the crew or the crew Mission Deep Sea has just so many different cooperative games baked into that one game. So overall, I felt that Hameln Cave was a great game to play. I don't know how much replayability it has. The characters help. If there are more characters, it'd be definitely more interesting. I feel like some of them are just worse than others. And it kind of comes down to maybe 2 or 3 that I'd want to play with if I was actively trying to win this game. And I would say if you wanted a more robust and replayable cooperative game, I'd go with probably the crew Mission Deep Sea. But if you wanted a great 2-player cooperative game, and it's trick taking, how specific are we getting here? I would probably say this is the best one so far. Definitely better than Duet or the crew at 2. And if you wanted a competitive cooperative, or a competitive 2-player trick taking, I'd say Jekyll vs. Hyde. And if you wanted just a good trick taking game, Yokai Septet. It's one of my favorites. Anyway, thanks so much for watching.
Hey, I'm Apostrophe. Hey, I'm S. And this is Before You Splay, and we are going to do a playthrough of Hameln Cave. And we're sitting on weird kind of camera shots here, not because we find it easier to film and we don't have a green screen and we're traveling, but because that's what the game says. You have to sit actually across from the person you're playing with, and it's going to be an interesting playthrough because the table's a little small, but we'll get through it. Yeah, let's do it. Here we have the game kind of set up here, so a little bit of a small playing area, but the goal is we're going to try to get the ship to the end here by playing tricks and trying to maneuvering these obstacles in the cave. So since Apostrophe has this eyeball, that means that for the very first phase, the hand exchange phase, they're going to see the card that we pass them. So let's just pass it to them first like that. Alrighty, that's right. So they passed me that. Look at my hand here. Maybe I pass this. So within that, I'll take that. But since they have the blue square next to them, they'll start the trick. That's right. So let's, oh, interesting. Let's lead that. Yep, that's kind of what I was expecting. So there's that, which is great for your ability. That's right. Since I have this ability and I won with the 2 sabers, we can flip over 2 of these now and choose whichever one we want to do. Interesting. So we can either pull the ship one toward me, or we can kill a ghost. Let's kill a ghost, actually. So when we kill a ghost, it just slides right under there. And then I'll take this trick. I can only win 4 of these. Maybe I'll just put it there. Wow, this is very tight for... it's a very tight playing area. But let's lead the card you passed, maybe. See if that was any indication. Okay, so I have to follow suit, but I don't have any. I passed that so I could short suit myself. So this is great. I can now play any of these. So maybe I'll play that. Awesome, since I won the trick because you were off suit, let's just move that so it's not confusing. The ship will move 1 toward me. I'll collect this trick. Now I'm halfway onto my tricks. Oh boy, this really is a small space, but again, you're totally gonna make it work. Let's play this. Now that I know that you're off pink. Let's see if I have it. I do. Play that mermaid. Perfect, since it's mermaid, we actually move the ship forward 1 whole movement, which is great. But what's not great is now if I take 1 more trick, the round is going to be over. So I'm gonna try to lose here. Don't wanna play pink, don't wanna play that. Let's play maybe a low blue. Nice, I do have that, so that worked out great. So we'll do that and collect this trick. And then since we already know that the blue 9's out, maybe I'll just play that, kind of see what happens. Interesting, yeah, let's see. So I do have to follow suit, boop. So nothing happens since that isn't any of the symbols. You would just win that trick, which isn't too bad. Yeah, not too bad. Maybe we're out of suit here. Let's maybe leave that then. Oh, okay. I don't have any of that either. Bit rough. That is okay. I guess this is the last trick no matter what. Maybe we'll just try to do something with that. Interesting, yeah, so I can't follow suit. This would do nothing. This would move the ship, but it would add a pirate. You know, let's do it. Let's play risky. So since you won, it would move the ship toward you, and then we'd add a pirate to the area. So now we would just collect all the cards because one of us won 4 tricks, meaning you. We will collect any cards dealt to the side and any new pirate ghosts. And we'll shuffle this up and deal each other 9 and put the rest here. I forgot to say first we need to do the ghost phase. So we need to add 3 ghosts to the deck and we need to move the marble. So you will be leading to the first trick of the next phase. Okay, we've dealt the cards and just like usual, I will be passing over a card to you first because you get to look at what I pass you first. Yeah, it's a pretty nice ability, I guess, I think. I'm not quite sure. But so let me pass you maybe that. And then I'll lead to the trick. I'm actually gonna lead with the 4. Oh, nice, yeah, let me guess what you passed me. Yep, pass me the pirate. Nice, so this kills the pirate down here. And then you would win that trick. Yes, so let's see here. Let me try to maybe kill another pirate. Yeah, that's a good idea. Pirates are a little scary. Oh, I'm out. So I can do whatever I want. Let me play that pirate. So that would kill this pirate and you'd win another trick. Oh, interesting, you're off pink, huh? Let's see, maybe I'll leave that. Oh, wonderful, nice, yeah, we're moving. So that is past the scary border. So if we hadn't have passed this purple, which might be a little hard to see, before this round ends, we would have lost, so that's great. So now, even though we don't want this to happen, you can take 1 more trick and we won't lose. Right, which is great. So I don't want to take another trick though, so maybe I'm gonna try to do that so I'm not leading anymore. Ah, nice, yep. So let's see, I do have a 5, so I can kill that pirate and take the lead, which is wonderful. So slide it down there, and then interesting. Let's maybe try the highest one I have. Oh, you probably shouldn't say that, right? That's a good point. Yeah, it's not like we are one person playing a game. Oof, yeah, you did have to win that one, huh? Well, at least it moves it, and the round is over. A little earlier than expected, but we've moved it a great deal. We've killed a bunch of pirates, that's great. So let's clean up again. We'll just do all the same stuff. So we'd move over 3 pirates, so 1, 2, 3. When this gets moved over, you would just move up the kind of call card track, or whatever that's called. Just makes the pirates come at higher and higher intervals. So then this would then slide to the right, and again, we would just clean we'll go get those cards that just fell. And then we'll move the round. And when it gets moved here, you check if the ship is behind this marker. If it is, you immediately lose, but it's not. So we get to keep going. Okay, we've picked up the cards that fell, which is great. One of the benefits of playing on such a small surface. And then I am gonna pass you a card. Right, yeah, playing on such a small surface is so much fun. So I'm gonna pass that. And then since it's on your side, you'll lead to the first trick. Alrighty, yeah, so maybe we do that to try to get it a little closer to me. Alrighty, wow. Did you shuffle? I promise I did shuffle. This is insane though. Okay, so we'll just do that. Wow, geez Louise. Okay, no blue. Let's move that one toward me. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. Maybe I take advantage of that. We'll see. Yeah, you totally can. Let's try it. Okay, that's good. Killing pirates. Alrighty, so I have won. What was that? Yeah. 2 tricks? Okay. 2 tricks. Interesting, 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 interesting. Maybe we'll try one more before. Cool, yeah, pushing your luck. Yeah, why not? Just keep going. Okay, yeah, killing pirates. That's always fun. I think this is getting a little dangerous though. So, whoop. Let's see. You don't have. What color have I been leading? Blue. Okay, you don't have blue. Let's try it. Oh, okay, yep. I can win that one. Doesn't do anything, but at least we get to keep going. And I'm not quite sure what you have here. I don't have whatever that is. And we sadly won't be moving at all because we're bumping against the rock. But no worries, no worries. We got 2 more tricks. Ah, yeah. Well, at least we know you're out of pink. So let's maybe do one more before we try. Okay. I gotcha. Yeah, sure. Here, I'll grab that for you while I'm over here. So last trick coming up. What are you thinking? Okay, I was saving the best for hopefully last. Brutal. Yeah, sorry. I don't have one. Well, we did good. Killed a lot of pirates. All right, let's clean this up. So those 3 go into the deck. We move that there, and then we're gonna clean this up and shuffle and start again. Alrighty, I'm passing to you as per usual. Let's do that, maybe. Okay. Passing one of those, eh? Let's pass that. Okay, it's my lead. Maybe that was passed for a reason. Yeah, just, I'm trying to get out of the weeds here. It's just getting a little hairy, so let's move one there, which is great. Okay, so we really need to get out of here, don't we? I hope that you might have something else.
Let's see. I guess I don't know what you're hoping for. Again, it's not like we are playing as one person. Oh, interesting. Okay, so it moves one towards me. Since this symbol was in the trick, we move one down. And then since we landed on there, we move one down, which moves that to 4, and we're gonna slide that back here. So now we're a little bit in danger of the ghosts. In addition to, we have to move at least to here for that not to trigger. And I've already taken 2 tricks. Ah! This is scary. Maybe I'll leave that. Nice, yeah, I was hoping that would work. So there's a free ghost for us. Yeah, that is nice. So at least we won't lose it that way. But I can't take any more tricks now. And I don't remember what you're out of. Oof. 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 Yeah, I guess we have to. This is scary. Yeah, scary because of the ghost. I totally get that. But we're in good hands. So that is going to kill that ghost. It's going to let me win the trick so we can keep playing this game. And then that's not good. I probably should have passed one of those. Oh, what are you gonna do? Maybe that. Okay. There you go. Okay, okay. So take that. This isn't looking too hot. Yeah, not looking too hot. You did win that one though, so we're gonna move it once. But the next trick is it, and unless we use that last trick to move forward, we're donezo. That's right, and unfortunately that's the last card I can do, hopefully. Yeah, no, I think that will work. Because if I play that, you win it, moves there. We do add one here, but we're still alive, because that was gonna move and it was gonna crush us. So we barely, we are barely making it. Okay, now we had 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Since this is in there, this is gonna move to the back here. Move to 5. Really at the end of it here. So let's shuffle and we're gonna move the last piece. Alrighty, we're at the end here. And if this ghost ever comes down, we lose because you can't have ghosts in the center here. If we add a ghost to the back and then have to add 2 ghosts and that moves there, we lose. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, last round. No matter what, let's see what to do here. Oh boy. Okay, so I want you to win the first trick. Maybe, what are we doing here? I'll give you that. Oh boy. Alrighty. Okay. I'm gonna give you... Oof, yeah, I'll give you that. Alrighty, so I won this first trick. We move to the left. I'll be leading. I personally don't want to add another ghost, so let's see how this works. Oh, wonderful. This is so good. Okay, so do that there. Now it's my turn to lead. Oh, if only we could just do Mermaid. Shoot. Let's do... Oh, you passed me this. Let's play that. Yep, I did. I think you know what's gonna happen. Yep. Okay, since sword, I get that ability where I get flip 2. Let's flip this one and that one. Okay, well, not the worst. At least we get some insurance. Oh my gosh. Well, there goes your hand. But at least we get some insurance for the ghost stuff. So since I won that trick, and before we have to pick up your hand here, let's do this maybe? Alrighty, hand picked up, and interesting. So that does nothing. Oh, I can't say this out loud, but this is probably the best bet. So it's gonna add a pirate. Oof, but it's gonna move one closer. We just need to move one more time, and we've won. That's right, and I've taken 3 tricks, so I can't take another one.
Oh, I am just gonna go for it. Oh my gosh, hilarious. So this is funny, I think. So you're gonna win, but we have to add 2 ghosts, right? So it would move this down here and do this, and then also pull that down. So that's one of those 2 ways to lose. But we moved forward and we won. I think the game says if you win and lose at the same time, you win? I think. It's in Japanese, so this is hard. But I think we won. So, huge nail biter, or a bone biter. Cut that part out. But we did it, we won, and by the skin, by the bone of our teeth. Oh man, I gotta stop with these bone jokes. But yeah, wow, we only had to pick up the cards a few times from the floor. Wow, so that was Hameln Cave, and that was kind of a crazy play. Yeah, that was crazy close. That was wildly, wildly down to the wire. It's kind of the best thing you want for a playthrough, so that was great to show off. Yeah, definitely. So thanks so much for watching. Yeah, thanks so much for watching. Cabo! Yeah, thanks so much for watching. This kind of ends this huge compilation video for the Watch It Splayed channel. Bye!